Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am doing a reading for the collective today. Yeah, this is so weird. Trying a new camera. Ah, yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so yes, looking at the week ahead for all of us. When you catch this, it's going to be the week ahead for you, and it is general and timeless as all my readings are. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements. And yeah, I'm going to start with the Kipper deck and get the baseline of the story and then clarify with some other decks. And the sun is here, and JoJo and Linda. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Thanks so much for being here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. And Cora made it too. Good morning. Yay. Okay, so we start with message of concern. Number 14. Can't tell. Is that? Yeah. It's fine. Community 39. There's a little autofocus thing happening with this one too. Imprisonment 29. Poverty 37. Wow, this is heavy stuff. We got a heavy week coming, which isn't surprising because what day are we in? Today's the 20, no wait, 17th? What's today? Yeah, I think it's the 17th. On Saturday, Venus is supposed to go retrograde, I believe. And then, like, at some point very soon, we're going to have 7 planets in retrograde. And whoa, won't that be fun? All right, we've got toil and labor, 38. Oh my God. Yeah, all right. This message of concern seems like it's coming to someone about their community, from their community, regarding imprisonment due to poverty or because of some kind of something that's holding you back, holding someone else back, feeling stuck, trapped. It's related to this poverty, whether this poverty is causing this feeling of entrapment or somehow there's something that happens where, say, I don't know, you get stuck in some way that leads to this poverty, that leads to some kind of loss. And this toil and labor speaks to working to pull yourself up out of that, to restart, putting effort in to turn things around, possibly. This could also speak to, like, being on the receiving end of the message of concern, and this is happening to someone else. You could literally be getting a message like that someone got thrown in jail or something. um could be where you rely on somebody and they can't, financially or however, and they can't provide because they're stuck in some situation, which leads you to being in poverty too. Anyway, it's all very heavy. This is very heavy. Okay, so oh boy, let me go with my one of my new decks, the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Ophelia Starr is here. Yay. Hello. Thanks for joining. Wait, you know what? Before I do this deck, I want to look at the Osho Zen. Make a little more space. Osho Zen. What does the Osho Zen have to say about this sitch? Thunderbolt, which is the Tower, which is Scorpio energy. Adventure, which is I think it's the Knight of Rainbows, aka Pentacles. Slowing down, the Page of Pentacles. Jeez. Sorry, rainbows. I'll say rainbows because these are rainbows. 5 of Rainbows. Outsider, the Outsider. And schizophrenia, 2 of Air. Oh, gosh. Okay. Okay. So, we've got this tower situation. One of the things I really like about this image is there's a cleansing that's happening. There's a big shake up. There's a, being zapped from kind of from all directions. And things are being shaken loose that don't fit anymore, that don't jive, that don't it's like maybe a part of yourself is there's something here where you're realizing that parts of yourself don't align with the path that you want to go on, because with adventure and slowing down, it's like that thunderbolt, that the storm, and there's the fires in each of the chakras. Things are getting burned away, cleansed, so that there can be this new beginning, heading out on an adventure, interested in seeing what's over the next hill, and especially being a child, having that kind of childlike um, openness and curiosity about where is the rainbow. I want to move towards the rainbow, and this is very slow energy, slowing down. It's like going over the hill, kind of seeing the rainbow in the distance, and realizing like there's this desire to just really take your time getting there. Yeah, there's a sense of kind of savoring what's to come, seeing it near you. Like as you get closer, it's just like, oh my God, this is where I've been heading. This is what I've been looking for. This rainbow of experience, this adventure. But there could be caution, like kind of this cautious energy as well. Like what am I heading towards? Is this what I want? Kind of, being discerning, assessing where you're headed. And with the Outsider, it's almost like you feel like it's like the slowing down is because you realize that getting to that rainbow, there's some kind of obstacle. Like you feel like you're almost there, but then you get to the point where you're like, because there's, I don't know if you can see, if it's gonna, there's kind of that the rainbow colors behind that gate. And again with the child, um, you're not gaining entry to something or some situation that seemed promising at first, or it's a part of this adventure, it's a part of this journey where things have come crashing down. There's this cleansing, but before you can rebuild, there's these, yeah, these challenges, these obstacles. Maybe it's one of those situations where you're being led in a certain direction and you come to what you think is the right door for you and it's not opening. And that's always, to me, an indication of either it's not the right time or it's not the right door. And you don't want to try and muscle your way through. This slowing down energy is really taking your time to figure out, like, why you can't move forward in a certain way, why you feel like an outsider. Maybe this has something to do with your own feelings about yourself, or in how what you're dealing with in a certain situation where um something seems so promising, but then you aren't given access. You end up feeling like this little kid left out in the cold, and all you want is to go in to gain entry, but for whatever reason you can't. And then with schizophrenia, there's this feeling of like, what, I don't know, it's like you really want something. You're stuck between two places. You want to gain access to something, but you're not being given access. There's a part of you that's like, I should just go back, but you don't want to. And so you're just stuck. You're stuck between these two places. And what needs to happen is surrendering, letting go, dropping down, because where you've come from and where you think you're heading aren't, neither of them are for you, I guess. We've got the two birds up here. This is about kind of gaining your freedom through the surrendering, through the willingness to drop to the chasm. This is a part of this cleansing energy, is needing to let go of your need for things to work out in a certain way, uh, needing to try and control a situation to make something happen. It's about releasing and letting go. So, yeah, let me keep going. Let's go with the good tarot. What does the good tarot have to say? Hanged Man, 12. That's Pisces. 9 of fire. Yeah. 5 of air. Oops. Ace of water. and 2 of fire. Okay, so mm, 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 mm. Whatever this is it's allowing for a new perspective. It's it's allowing you to see things in a new way. It's that energy of not, when you find yourself stuck, you can't move forward. What do? You hang out and you wait and you try and figure out, well, okay, why isn't this door opening? Is there another door? Should I just scrap this all together? Um, it is an energy of surrendering, potentially being forced to surrender. That's always fun when you're just like, well, I have no choice but to just be here and figure my stuff out because the universe clearly doesn't want me moving in a certain direction. Um, and with this 9 of fire, it's like you're you're kind of looking at. See, he's kind of looking over here at her. This card speaks to being cautious, being uncertain about what you're doing, where you're headed, and you're looking at this, at what's how things aren't proceeding. But there's some kind of it's like realizing how to cultivate or manifest some kind of magic. There with the stars, figuring out how you can get what you want because you've been dealing with some kind of conflict. You're feeling cautious and uncertain because you don't, I don't know, maybe you're dealing with somebody who um, you've had difficulties with. You're not really sure where you stand with them, and yet you're very gracefully working on rising above. There's a lot of balance here, and there's a lot of support. She's got all those birds flying underneath her, kind of cheering you on in a way, because you are in the process of figuring something out, which has to do with your own self-love. Loving yourself more, caring for yourself more. Um, and this is all, as it happens in life, we have these difficult things that happen, but it's so that we can grow and become love ourselves more in the face of adversity, in the face of things that cause us to feel self-doubt and and other things that we can bump up against, feelings of worth or lack of that. um, this is speaking to realizing that you are amazing. You have what you need to go in a new direction. It's following your heart's desire and potentially um, meeting somebody or starting on some kind of path that is there's good fortune that this speaks to. because of you being in alignment emotionally within yourself, within your world, because of having gained a new perspective. And the two of fire, again, we have a two, which twos always speak to balance, working on gaining your balance, maintaining your balance. In this case, I think this is such a beautiful card because there's this sense that you are being led. That giraffe speaks to me of, like, universe, spirit having your back or having you on its back. And it's holding the light. You don't have to do anything. This is about just, the figure, this person on its back is tired. And there's nothing to do but surrender and be led. And you don't even have to walk. You just need to allow yourself to be carried. Because it's not about, I feel like in this case, this isn't about making a decision in the physical world. This is about deciding that you love yourself enough to be moved in a certain direction, to be carried. That is ultimately going to be better for you than where you were. Certainly is going to be better. Yeah, see, the outsider here and the five of air speak to this imprisonment and poverty. And this poverty could be a mindset even. Feeling the lack or thinking there's lack, even if there's not. As far as you're concerned, there is, because that's what you're experiencing. But it's all about working on turning things around in your favor. On an internal level, possibly externally as well. So, okay, so now I'm going to go with the, what is it, Neoteric Feminine deck. Hey, Redbeard made it. Yay, thanks for joining. Okay. We've got the Five of Wands. See, yeah, there is some kind of conflict here in a situation with somebody in particular or a group of people where there could be drama, there could be disagreements, arguments. Seven of Swords. Jeez Louise. Ugh. It's heavy. It makes me want to cry. Two of Cups. Yep, Nine of Swords. This feels like something is up with a particular person. King of Pentacles. Yeah, see that we have this, it's interesting though. The Five of Wands typically is, it's about people kind of doing their own thing. Everybody's trying to push, and it's like it creates an impasse. But what I like about this card is it's very coordinated. Everybody's a part of the same dance. They have different things they're doing, but it's all a part of this whole kind of choreographed dance. So there's not necessarily difficulties here. It's just each person is focusing on their part of something. And the Seven of Swords. She's got the mask, got the Lone Ranger going on here. The mask and the boots. And she's taken those swords. Now, the energy of this card speaks to deception, possible manipulation. Um, because of somebody. I don't know. Maybe I'm kind of getting like this could have something to do with somebody wanting to be first, wanting to be in front, wanting to get all the attention. Or I don't know. It's like stealing away, um, taking taking something that doesn't. It's not. It's not just needing to wear a mask because what somebody is doing is not. It's not wouldn't be approved of by somebody else. This can be sneaking out of a situation, where it's like, having been a part of some kind of coordinated effort and feeling like, because it can be a card of strategy and kind of like sneaking out of a situation with somebody, or somebody is doing this like it's like somebody is trying to figure out how to get on top, how to get ahead, even though there's this idea of equality. Somebody that doesn't want that. They want to be in front. They want to be first. And yeah, with the Nine of Swords, this is causing a tremendous amount of anxiety. Somebody's so up in their head. We'll just say, I don't know. It could be you. It could be this person you're dealing with. This Two of Cups. This is somebody who, there's a bond here. There's a strong bond. And so, like, whatever's happening, it's causing a lot of stress. Sleepless nights. Like, who am I even dealing with? I thought they were one way, but maybe somebody's being found out because she's walking away in the light of day with these swords. Can't miss her. She got the mask on, but if you're dealing with somebody that you know really well, you can see through, you can see past the mask. It makes me think of my son who's like, with superheroes, how do people not tell who they are? Because they have the same voice, they have the same hair, but yet people have no idea that it's like the same person. Anyway, yeah. So there's all this worry and anxiety. Um, and this King of Pentacles here, it could speak to this toil and labor of pulling oneself out of a situation, focusing on, say it's you, focusing on your own prosperity. You could have this, this is earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could have that in your chart, or this person you're dealing with could. Why is the King of Pentacles here? Page of Wands. I feel like this is either you vaulting out of a situation of poverty and moving to one of working on what you need to do to I don't know, like I just got gain access, and I think what it has to do with is being this child, not being let into the gate, and so deciding, well, I'm going to create my own gate. I'm going to build my own castle, own my own sanctuary that I will have the key to, that I can let myself into anytime. The King of Pentacles, he knows how to put in the effort to get what he wants. That's how he becomes the king. And this is like vaulting past the drama, the the difficulties. Um, but it could also be where there's somebody here who is in the position to assist. We got some kitty confirmation. And it's like, yeah, there's this energy of a new, once again, kind of this trying something again, having had to pivot and then continuing forward with that 9 of wands there's a determination. This is like, okay, I'm not gonna let this bring me down. It's gonna be difficult in the moment, but there's always a workaround. There's always some things are always changing. So I want to go with the elemental oracle. Rock, endurance. Yeah, there's a need for endurance here. And these speak to those cards, the page and the knight of rainbows. It's very solid energy. It's slow and steady wins the race kind of energy. And Adam's building 40. This is, I love this card so much. The more I use this deck, it's like this is rebuilding after that tower, after things come crumbling down. This is gathering the things that you need to create, to move into a whole new world, create a world, create a situation. West and completion, number 4. Heading west into the sunset, completing a cycle. There's this building and this completion. South adventure, which is 2. This is amazing. So we've got 20, and then we've got 40, and then we've got 4 and 2. 2s and 4s. Yeah, keep your eye out for those. Maybe significant, but this is, it's kind of simultaneously closing something out, so that, is it simultaneous? I don't know, because you're like building. You have this solid foundation that you're kind of left with after this tower, because it was a cleansing. It didn't, not everything was destroyed. What was left was the life worth cultivating and building upon, completing something, completing a cycle, so that you could begin anew, begin again, continuing to have that spirit of adventure. And like, all right, I got my red umbrella. I'm ready for anything. Make sure you have your towel too. And rain and fecundity, 35, which breaks down to an 8, which is, you know, like the 2s and the 4s bring us to the 8. And 8s speak of movement, of abundance. This is growth. There's a complete, a sense of reestablishing oneself. It's like you're regaining your personal power, or through surrendering, you're discovering that you've had to let go of something, but it's allowing, I don't know, I'm getting like space, like she's got this hole within herself, but it's like it's so that something new can come in to fill it. The fecundity speaks of fruition and all the flowers blooming. You need the rain in order to have the growth. And yeah, see, having that umbrella, you're ready. You're ready for what's to come on this new adventure. And that's what's allowing you to really rise up and be quenched. Anyway, oh my goodness, this is heavy. I'm gonna just finish. This is going long. I gotta go. Let me just finish with an inner wisdom card. Right? Yeah, Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer. I am worthwhile. I am a worthwhile human being. Yes, you are. You are always a valuable, worthwhile human being. Not because anybody else says so, not because you're making lots of money, but because you decide to know it. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Is this whole situation is helping you to learn how to love yourself more and better, realizing you're worthwhile because you exist, because you're awesome. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.